Hi friends, this is Teacher Jenny, and today I wanted to share with you guys how you can make really easy sensory bottles at home. And sensory bottles are something that we use at school all the time because that helps kids focus or feel calm. And but also, they're a lot of fun, and there's some really basic science to learn when you're making them or watching them. So the first kind I can show you how to do is this kind I have here, which is made with glue and water. And then I have glitter inside of this one, but it doesn't necessarily have to be glitter. Glitter is what I'm going to use today because that's what I have, but you can use beads and small toys and glow-in-the-dark stars, and like here I have a little eraser. Can go great in one of these, but glitter works really well because it's very, very light, so it can stay suspended in the mixture easier. So to make this kind, I'm going to start off with a clear bottle, and I got my clear bottles from, these are old paint bottles, but any kind of clear bottle will do, whether it's a water bottle or a jar. You just want a clear bottle with a lid. And so the first thing I'm going to put in my bottle is some water. So let's see, I'm going to use some water I got from the warm side of my sink because it's going to help my glue dissolve. And I'm going to use a funnel just to help me pour it in without making a mess. So I'm going to fill my bottle up about halfway, but probably just a little bit less if I can, because I want to leave some room at the top. And I have clear glue that I'm going to use because it'll keep the color nice and clear. But if you need to, you can actually make these with the regular white glue too. It just means that you can't really see quite into the middle of the sensory bottle. You just kind of see the outer edges of it. And now that I have my glue and my water, I'm going to add some glitter because, like I said, that's what I have. So let's see, I'll do 1 scoop. I'm going to do 2 scoops because I really like glitter. And here, I'll add my little eraser toy so you can see what that might look like. And now I need to shake my bottle up to mix it all together. So I'm going to shake it up really, really, really hard because I want that glue and that water to mix together. And then I can take a look at it and I can see how fast or slow my glitter is moving. And if I want my glitter to slow down, I'll put more glue in, and if I want it to speed up, put more water in. And I kind of like the speed that my glitter is going now, so I might just put a teeny bit more glue and a teeny bit more water so that I can keep it at the same speed. I'll put my lid back on and give another good shake to mix up my new ingredients. And then my bottle is done. Let's see, you can kind of see the little seahorse in there, and he'll be a little more visible once the glitter starts to go down. And then too, if you want to seal the bottle, you can put some, let me see if you can see it a little bit better this way. Yeah, you can put some glue inside of the lid if you want to seal it. But at school, I usually just have the kids help me wrap some masking tape around it. And that lets them know that we don't want to open the bottle because that can make a really big mess. But it's really fun to look at things inside. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make our oil and water sensory bottle. And water is really special. It's called a universal solvent because things really like to mix up with water. Most things mix up really, really well with it, like the glue in this sensory bottle. But one thing that does not like to mix with water at all is oil. Water has just the teeniest bit of an electrical charge to it, so we call water polar, and oil is the has no charge at all. It's non-polar, so they're opposites, and they do not like to mix no matter what. In fact, actually, since it's been raining a lot, you might see some puddles on the street that look really, really shiny. That's because oil comes off of people's cars, from their gas and motor oil. All kinds of different oils come off your car, and even that rainwater will not mix up with that oil, so it sits on top of the puddle and makes it look really shiny. And so for this one too, you can, and because no oil likes to mix with water, you can use different kinds of oil. So this one I have baby oil, and actually you can tell it's the baby oil bottle I used to make it. And this one I have olive oil, or you could use vegetable oil or canola oil because it has a slightly yellow color to it, and so that gives my oil some color. And there actually are some special dyes you can buy to dye oil, but those dyes are made of oil too, and that's how they mix together. But in this case, my dye just wants to mix with my water. So let's see, let me show you how to make one from scratch. So I'm going to start off again by putting some water in my jar. And once again, I'm just going to do about halfway full. And this time I'll add some food color because I like to have color in this one. So I'm going to add some red. And then I'm going to add my oil. And this time I'm going to use some yellow olive oil. And you can see as I'm putting it in there, it's already separating. That oil just really does not want to be anywhere near that water. So even if I take my lid and I shake it up as hard as I can really force my oil and water to go together for just a second, but they're eventually gonna separate right back out, just like this one what already is. So I can do this one too. I can shake it up really, 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 really hard, and I can even make it look green for a minute as my blue water and my yellow oil come together. But you can see now they're starting to separate back out into their other layers. And you can add other stuff into these bottles too, like some more glitter or toys, but they also look pretty cool with just the oil and the water. And then let's see, one last one I can show. I'll point out too, just to show you that the oil, you can see, does it always end up on the top or the bottom? So if you look at my jars, what do you think, is the oil on the top or on the bottom? It's on the top because oil is less dense than water. So if it's less dense, it's going to rise to the top. And so that last thing I want to show you is just that a sensory bottle doesn't have to be visual like these are. They can be something else. So another sensory bottle that we make at school is I just take another one of these bottles and I turn it into a smell jar. And an easy way to do it is you can just put a little cotton ball inside, and I have some good smelling oil. Here's some lavender oil that I put a couple drops on. And then I just drilled some holes into the top of the bottle. And it makes a really nice little smell jar. But you don't have to use oil to make a smell jar. You could also, if you have some dried flowers, or you could dry out like citrus peels, like oranges or lemons, and put them in here. I just point out to think about what you want those smells to do, because different smells make us feel different ways. So some like lavender flowers can be really soothing and calming, while some orange peels might be really invigorating and help us feel sharp. But there's a lot you can do with sensory jars. It's kind of whatever you want to try to put in can work. It's up to you. So I hope you have fun making sensory jars and getting creative with it. Okay, thank you.